So I'll just go over some of the specs with you. As you can see, it has a drop point style blade. It has an overall length of 11 3/4 inches. It has a blade length from the tip to the slab here of 6.5 inches, and 6 of the inches is a cutting edge from the tip here to the finger choil. And you can see here it has the Ranger series logo stamped on the outside here in the RD6. It has black Mercator handle slabs with 3 Allen bolts in it. It has an exposed tang here with a large lanyard hole, and you can see a scraper here to the rear. It has a black powder coated finish to the blade to help protect the 5160 steel which it's made of, and it has a 1/4 inch thick spine with jumping, and I've put an additional bit on it and I've gave it a 90-degree spine. It has a rear to front distal taper. As you can see, it's starting to thin down going towards the tip, and you can see here that it has a flat grind to the cutting edge. It weighs approximately 16 ounces or just over it. It comes in this black nylon sheath which did have 2 attachment loops, but I've cut one of them off. And it's just your standard Ontario Knife Company sheath with a large pocket to the front, and it's got your MOLLE compatible straps to the rear. It's definitely a hard use knife, ideal for the guys who are serving. Right, let's see how it performs then out in the field. That's one of the things I do like about this steel. It holds a good edge and takes a keen sharp edge with not much work from the stones or your field sharpening kit. If you just look here, there you'll catch this. Right, so let's see how we get on at chopping. Now, compared to the SP8 or the SP53, there is no comparison, and it's just down to the blade length. This has a 6-inch cutting edge on it, and I like to use the old pinky lanyard here at the rear when I'm chopping. Just wrap it around the pinky, give it a couple of wraps, and it assists you when it actually does come to chopping. So let's see how we get on. That's the kind of length of sticks I'm looking for to make my firewall. Right, so there are the stakes all cut for my firewall, and as I said at the start there, it won't be the greatest at chopping, not like your SP8 and your SP53 and your SP50, but it does do the job. Pinky lanyard on definitely assists it when it comes to chopping. That was some hard elm there, and it went through it okay, and they're roughly about 2 inches thick. So happy enough with that. That's what you should be expecting from it. Right, on to the next task. So I've got this piece of elm here that I've got cut down to size to make a stake. So I'm just going to sharpen off the end so I can use it as part of my firewall. So let's see how it gets on doing that. So the flat grind allows for some decent shavings coming off, bites or cuts well into the wood. Okay, there. Shape off the end of my stake. I find this is the kind of job this knife can do all day long, so that's actually okay. So the modifications I'd done to the knife was I increased the amount of area that it had in jimping, and then from, so if this, you can make this out here with this light, from this point here to this point here, I've gave it a 90-degree edge, and this remaining part here is what came for the factory. So I'm going to try the factory edge first, and I think it's very poor for what I can remember. And I also taken off the front here and gave it a slight swedge at the front as one of the modifications. See the factory edge work? The odd bit. Okay, so let's see this area here working, as the factory edge isn't very good, as you can plainly see. So let's see this then. Brilliant now. Down the front, slight, but I never actually put a sharp edge on that. I just rounded off slightly, creating a slightly rounded swedge to help me when it came to splitting my logs for the kindling. You can clearly see then that 90-degree edge works absolutely fantastic. Well happy with its performance there. Right, that's the rain starting, so let's get this fire on. Right, let's see how we get on with a bit of battening with this full flat grind. Should be no problem to it. Yeah, easy. Do a bit heavier batting. A big knot there. Yeah, that presents no problem to it. Oh. Yeah, not a problem to it. Easy stuff. Right, as you've seen, I've done that there in a couple of minutes. So let's see how it gets on at the splitting then. See where the feather sticks. kind of feathers through the edge it's got on it at the moment. It does split the wood, as I said, it's not the best that I've had, but it does a decent job. So far I'm going to give this 6 out of 10. But if you're looking for a workhorse that will go all day and every day and keep coming back for some more, I would definitely have a look at this knife and the steel that it's made of, the 5160. It's great for taking an edge, it holds it for a decent period of time. I really like the knife. It did need a couple of adjustments done to it, but apart from that, can't really fault it. I've got my money's worth from it, and as I say, I've had it 8 years. But I need to excuse all this wind here, it's really windy today and there'll be a lot of background noise caused by it, so please excuse that. Right, so a quick summary then on the knife. The Ranger RD6 by Ontario Knife Company. If you're looking for a hard use knife that you would like to use, say on a survival course or any of you guys serving, I could recommend this. As it comes out of the box, you're going to need to do a few adjustments to it like I have to suit my hand. I have a large to extra large hand and I found the scales to be a bit thick for me, so I actually started shaping them, as you can see with a Dremel tool. I'm putting some firm scallops in here at the front. There's the rain coming on now as well, and I increased the amount of jimping at the top, as I stated earlier, and a 90-degree edge at the top here as well for the fire steel use. The sheath's okay, nothing brilliant about it, it does the job, and I would recommend that you would change it to Kydex. I have a Kydex sheath for this, I can't find it at the moment, it's somewhere in my lockup. For bushcrafting, no, I wouldn't recommend it. It's okay, it does a kind of half decent job, so I'd probably say 5 out of 10 at the bushcrafting. There's a lot better in the market, and the way the market's actually running at the moment with the tax, with this Brexit for us here in Great Britain, it's just stupid money you're paying if you need to bring this into the country, so for that alone I wouldn't recommend it. I think there's a lot better here. But for guys who are serving, aye, great knife. It'll take some amount of abuse and it's relatively easy to sharpen with your field sharpening kit that you have in your Bergen. It takes a great edge. There's my kind of thoughts on the knife. It's not the best I've had, but I'm pretty spoilt for choice now. So hopefully this has helped you out, anybody who's thinking about purchasing one of these. And I'll catch you soon in my next video. Thanks again for coming along the channel. Please like, share and subscribe. Let's hear your comments about it. Cheers.